Hey Legionnaires, and welcome back. We're here with another Rise of Mordor siege battle for you today. And as you can see, we have Gondor clashing here with Mordor, and it is the Battle of the Last Alliance, as you probably read in the thumbnail. Well, in the title, not the thumbnail. You don't read thumbnails. But yeah, so we have Gondor here clashing with Mordor, and we also have, over on the other side, we have the Elves defending this side. And they are got this awesome little hill position, which we're checking out. But as you can see, this is the map Morgai. It kind of looks like the Battle of the Last Alliance. If you don't know what the Battle of the Last Alliance is, it's that if you've ever seen the Fellowship movie, then you realize that it's the little battle in that. It's like the battle at the beginning, which you see like Elrond and Isildur fighting against Sauron. Unfortunately, we can't have a model Sauron in this. I mean, we could, but we decided not to because he's kind of a little bit buggy. But yeah, he is potentially could be in this. Obviously, as well. It's not really a Last Alliance map, but it's okay. This is just an idea of what we would do if like the Last Alliance was done on Rise of Mordor sort of thing. So I hope you guys enjoyed the battle. It is a very quick one, but it is a very, very fun one to watch. So I hope you guys enjoy. If you do, then do remember to leave a like, subscribe if you're new around here, and a comment to show your support. And your support is always great, as always. And you can see there that Mordor was trying to get like a little column formation going through there. And already Gondor is setting up Citadel guards to hold back some of these attackers. As you can see, like Mordor is really like focusing these three units down. There's a huge host over here and another one over on the far side yet to, well, it's just about to face the elves. Here we go. As some Mordor rabble crashes into these elven lines. And yeah, this rabble's not going to last very long. You can see like the volleys going off from up here on top of this. Well, there's none going on right now, but these elves just look amazing, as always. And they've got a really nice position, so they can just focus down, like, all the way down here. And that'll be nice. I mean, I bet they can just hit anything that they like down there. Their range is so, like, good. Does it really matter? But yeah, so it's a shame that like Mordor, for instance, still can't get like trolls and stuff like that, because otherwise this would make like the Last Alliance really cool. We did this as well because there is, if you have seen in like the Rise of Mordor Discord, if you're not in it, then I 100% recommend you join. But there is Arnor is getting some work done on it. So like there's like, you can see like the artwork that's been done for Arnor currently right now. So it'd be great to have Arnor here because they were at the Battle of the Last Alliance. And so were like the Numenorians and stuff like that. So I mean, it'd be really good to see like them here, for instance. But yes, so we got some Haradrim here clashing. There were evil men at the Battle of the Last Alliance in like the books and like in history. Like these evil men that serve Mordor or serve Sauron, they have been doing so for years, well, centuries at this point probably. And Citadel Guard holding the line, doing their best. And these Gondorian soldiers look amazing. Like, they're silver, like, armor just in a sea of black. Black armor of the Black Orcs. Well, they're not black, really, at all. They're just dark. I don't know. That doesn't really make it better, actually. I just realized, God, that's not good. But yeah, no, they're... It's just a shame that the Orcs don't have black blood. That would be really cool. Because that's what they have in, like, the movies. That'd be quite cool to see that. But yes, this was organised with some members of the Discord, the Papal Legion Discord, which is my Discord. If you'd like to join that Discord to then take part in some of these scenarios, or just take part in some Rise of Mordor battles, then do join. The link is down below in the description. As some Fountain Guard come up, we have some Fountain Guard going in, and they will help just... I mean, they'll mow down these guys already with the Gondor infantry, but with the Fountain Guard help, and their pointy pikes, it'll be very nice and easy. As you can see here, they're not getting very close to the front lines now because they're getting forced back by these pikes. But I mean, the balance of power is like massively not in favor of the troops of like Gondor and the elves, but they've like hardly lost anything, and they've killed so many like orcs. I mean, there's over 11,000 orcs and evil men compared to like Gondor having Gondor and the elves having about 5,000. But quality will probably prevail over quantity in today's battle. You can see these elves like basically untouched. They've like lost 20 odd men. Not even that. And yeah, these Mordor rabble are rallied and they're going back in. They're like, I fancy around 2 of these elves. These elves with their huge spears and shields. And yes, they're already wavering and broken again. You can see these elves on the top of here just focusing down. I've not actually seen a volley from them, but can we have a volley? I doubt it. Yeah, they're not even firing. You can see here we got the Uruk throng coming around. Oh, here we go. Here we go. They can't even see the enemy. They're just firing off the edge of a cliff. Loose. But they're elves. They know where they're aiming. And then that'll all go down there. Oh, God. That poor Uruk throng unit. Going to get focused down. And yeah, Uruk throng's like the best infantry that they have currently. I feel like Mordor could do with like a really elite like infantry unit. Maybe like something like Morannon Guard being like thrown in there as like a really elite unit. That's like an elite spear unit possibly for them. Obviously they'll have like trolls. You could give them like ring wraiths as like a unit. That'd be quite cool. Then we got Uruk throng going in here. These guys are going to be fighting the elves. Interesting to see whether they can hold back these elves. And it's even the spear units of the elves. It's not even like the good stuff. And then we've got Citadel Guard coming over here. Got men breaking for Gondor. Oh, Gondor is actually buckling over here. I mean, he's kind of flanking over here, but he's is sort of buckling here. This line was pretty straight. You can see they're losing decisively now. You can see Noldorian swords coming up to help. And these Orc pillagers are having a little bit of joy fighting these Gondor infantry. And we've got quite a lot of Gondor archers here. They're getting focused down by Uruk archers. Having a lot of joy there. And yeah, you can see, look at this. This Citadel Guard unit ready. In they go. They're just so elite. Just looks so good as well. Gondor does look so good. It looks so professional. It's a bit dark, so I do apologise if you can't see, but they look amazing. Then over on here, we've got this little flank here. I mean, I'm surprised the archers aren't focusing down this pike unit. These pikes are just going to absolutely murder these Uruks. And there you go, archers firing in now. They're firing I think this Gondor sword infantry unit that's looking the wrong way. That's not a bad idea. You can see some elves going in. They'll probably rout these guys, the poor elves. I mean, not the poor elves, the poor orcs fighting elves now. They've just about finished off all the Gondor infantry. Then some elves appear. It couldn't get much worse. Couldn't get much worse. And yeah, it looks like, I mean, Gondor's having a lot of joy here. He's basically wiped out mostly everything here. I mean, he's losing this fight here. He needs to be careful of this. And then the elves were so much in reserve. Just look at this. Just so, like, this is a huge blob now going on by Mordor. Just constantly trying to break through. It's a sea of orcs. A sea of orcs. There's just still so many orcs left. It's insane. It is really insane. I mean, yeah, they've basically broken here, which is good to see. I mean, that means that these troops can now be sent over to, like, say, this flank over here, where Gondor's having a little bit of an issue, but not masses of issues. I mean, you can see the archers starting to run out of ammo, which is good. We've got generals in here now, the Servants of the Eye, which are dismounted, going into combat. See them in the front lines there. They're sort of like the ring race at the moment, but they're really not. They're just like supposed to be a really elite cavalry unit. But yeah, if you could have like the ring race as like either a general unit or just as a normal unit, like a really expensive sword unit, then that would be really good. I would really like that. Hopefully someone can do some more work on Mordor at some point. Obviously I'm asking a fair amount there, but the modders are doing a great job as it is, and I can't wait to see their next update. This guy's not even looking the right way. He doesn't even care about the servants of the eye that are just right behind him. More men breaking. Where are they breaking now? Oh, they're breaking here. They're actually having a little bit of an issue. These elves are holding them back. I mean, you've got these Gondor sword infantry here, ready to just surround. And those poor orcs are not going to survive much longer. You can see they're already breaking. Even before Gondor's arrived. Like, for Gondor! For the king! And they're going to chop them down. And yeah, just like that, all of those orcs basically broke. There's only the Uruk Throng left, and they're not lasting much longer. And this Uruk Throng unit here is trying to surround. It's going to try and surround the Citadel Guard, but that's not happening. The Citadel Guard, they don't give a damn. They'll turn around and face this new foe. For the White Tree of Gondor. I'm pretty sure the Citadel Guard is like the unit that Pippin joins. Like he becomes part of the Citadel Guard. You never see them in the movies. You just see the Fountain Guard. Apart from Pippin, who's supposedly in the Citadel Guard. I'm pretty sure you don't see them. Becomes a knight at the Citadel, which I presume is a Citadel Guard. Or it might be just a Gondor soldier. Just a random Gondor soldier. But yeah, this is the general unit. He's just doing quite easy. You can see here, like the archers in the back, the Gondor archers, just focusing these guys down as they fight on. So they're losing men. Yeah, look at that. Oh, constantly. And over on this far side, it's still a grind going on. The elves have actually broken through. They have some infantry just fighting these archers here. Noldorian swords. But yeah, it'd be great when like Imladris is added, so you can have like Elrond, you could have like more Noldorian style units like this, because these guys are the sort of ones that were there at the battle of the Last Alliance. They are the elves of the Last Alliance. I'm pretty sure they're adding Galadrim as well, which are also supposedly like there at the Battle of the Last Alliance. So they'll have Galadrim elves. I mean, so you could have two elven armies. You could have the Galadrim, and you could have like Lindon with its Noldorian elves, and then you could have Arnor, and you could have Gondor there, and that would be awesome. And then along with like 4 orc armies like filled with like trolls and ringwraiths and other beasts of war. And you can see in here we've got the shipwright nobles now coming in. The elves actually were starting to lose. Like there were some units of elves that were like losing slightly. But now the shipwright nobles are in here. They're going to stabilize the situation, so that's good. And you got some pole arms here. You got Morgul Legion just standing alone, waiting for a foe to come and face them with their pole arms. But actually, the infantry is pushing back the elves here. You can see they're actually doing quite a good job. These elves it's a thin line here. Like there's not many elves. This is not a lot of elves to break through. And then it looks like the Noldorian spears here are doing just fine. They've just not even like moved the entire battle. These guys are so strong. And the elves at the top, I'm sure these guys are like getting loads of kills. Like surely hundreds of kills. And yeah, the center's basically wrapped up. It also looks like this flank over here is nearly over. I mean, Gondor's actually had a pretty hard time here. Like lost a lot of men. Certainly due to those archers. And now both sides are just kind of holding off, just waiting to go in for the plunge. These servants of the eye look so good though. Look at these guys. And in they go. Oh no, they're retreating. They're facing the Citadel Guard. That's not a bad idea. The elves need to go in and actually attack, surround those guys. And then, well, yeah, as you can see, we're coming down to the last few moments. These Mordor units over here, they need to break through quickly if they're going to try and help their allies on the other side. Looks like we've got these Noldorian swords. They've been doing just fine. They're now cutting down some Uruk Throng. They should really have carried on chasing down those archers because they're going to get shot in the back. And they're shock infantry, these elven units. They don't do well to being shot just by arrows generally. But in the back, that'll be brutal. Will be brutal. You can see they've already got arrows protruding out of them, some of them. And you can see there, oh dear, the elves and Gondor are already swinging around, already sending troops around, and they're soon going to be routing all these units. You imagine. I don't think we've had a general die though yet for Mordor. That's a pretty good sign. These Servants of the Eye are pretty decent. Maybe not in combat, but they certainly are decent. These Morgul Legion are looking the wrong way. I think they're facing off against these Citadel Guard, but the elves are charged in, so the Morgul Legion are caught between a rock and a hard place. And we've got the Fountain Guard in here as well. Haven't actually got their pikes out. They need to be careful with having just their swords out. It's their weakness. But they are actually winning decisively. They're actually getting focused down, though, by these archers here. They need to be careful. Oh my gosh. That archer unit is about to get eradicated, I think. Just by all those archers there of Gondor. Yeah, this flank is nearly over. Gondor holds the middle of the field. He's not really moving his troops up. You can see the elves are still focusing down a lot of units with their archers up here. And they've just run out of ammo just then. Actually, they've just broken a general there. And there you go. This is like most of this army here is breaking because that general's just been killed or routed, I think. Or maybe both. No, just routed. And there you go. Gondor comes in. He just gets a bit of the action over here. So that is good to see. Gondor is here. And there we go. I mean, that's basically it. We'll just fast forward for the sake of the video. I mean, all there is just a few Orc Spears to get chased down, some archers, which are pretty hard. But, yeah, that's kind of it, really. I mean, it's just this little small, insignificant force of Orcs here, which is just... Well, I mean, Orc lives don't matter, so they'll just kill these guys off pretty quickly and easily. And you can see... The Citadel Guard, no messing around. No messing around. And there we go. It looks like they're breaking. That was it. And a close victory for Gondor and for the Elves of Lindon. So I'll end the replay and have a look at the end results. So yeah, I was playing as Gondor. And I mean... These guys did amazing, these sword infantry. I mean, they were so well upgraded, which, I mean, Mordor wasn't. So it was trying to be like quality against quantity, but possibly could have done, like the Mordor could have done with a little bit of quantity. But this was just kind of like a trial run of Last Alliance. So I'm sure we'll do loads more Last Alliance battles as more updates come out and more factions added. But as you can see, we've got Gondor sword infantry with 332 kills. It's insane. And then we've got Citadel Guards here with 128. They did pretty well. Pikes not doing so well, but they didn't get much action. And my Archers getting 335 kills. I think that's the unit with the most kills there, possibly. Then we have Cup of Dance, who's playing as Lindon. His Shipwright Nobles here getting 222 kills. His Noldorian Swords getting 421 kills. 707! Oh my god. That's got to be one of the best. Noldorian Archers here getting 540, 461, 371. Did insane. So well done to him. And then we have Dodgegob, who's playing as one of the Mordor armies. Obviously, like, none of his units doing that well. I think the best is like Uruk Throng here getting 68. Then Aiden, who's playing as another one. His best unit, I think, getting 71. But he like left the game a bit early, so like that's why you see like a load of the units like blobbing up as he was facing Cuppa. Then we have the real Alex Albon. His best unit may be, I mean, there he got his Morg Legion 212. He was on the far side fighting myself as Gondor, and he got a bit of luck. He actually broke through some lines. 116 there for his pillagers, 72 for his Servants of the Eye. So he got some pretty decent results compared to the other two, which is a really rough time. But yeah, we'll try and balance out a little bit. The Last Alliance a little bit better. But it was nice to see a trial run, and obviously there's a lot of other things that we'd like to have added, like Arnor, other elves, trolls, ringwraiths, whatever. Obviously trying to like make Mordor stronger and give them a chance against this. But yeah, it'll be really good to see. I mean, that map's probably the one we'd use again for Last Alliance, but I mean, we'd not have the elves and men possibly like defending as much. It'd be both sides being aggressive would be like the perfect mix. But anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed. If you did, remember to leave a like, subscribe if you're new around here, and leave a comment to show your support. And until next time, Legionnaires, bye for now.